Yeah, hi, this is a Glitch Rocket Avian's Adventure. Today we're going to be playing Gearwalk. And unfortunately, I don't know who did this artwork, but it is beautiful. If I knew, I'd give them credit right up front right now. And if you remember, when we left off, we had just gotten the Will-O-Wisp from the Brick Horse. It's right here. So I need to hold on to this flame, and then we can go this way. And I need to write down these shapes, because last time, when I didn't do that, it was a nightmare. So that went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That one is 1. Feels like there should be other things that I can pick up in this area, but one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that to throw me off. Alright. There's blood all over here. Hey, bird! Alright, the key! Now, I want to read about the bird, but we gotta take care of this key first. Okay, so you're just projecting heads. I got freaked out for a second. Oh, there's more over here. Alright. I should probably adventure in there. And there we go, the church. Alright, before we go in there, I'm gonna read. I don't think I read about the NightRaven or the Church Grip, so. NightRaven. Carrion birds were deeply linked with misfortune and death in Scandinavian folklore. The NightRaven, or NightRaven, was certainly no exception. The NightRaven was described as a large bird with a sharp beak, sometimes with holes in its wings. If a person gazed through these holes, he would become ill. Other stories told of a giant skeleton bird that could never satisfy its hunger. Travelers foolish enough to be out at night risked being devoured by the terrible bird, especially at festival days such as Christmas or New Year's Eve. Oh, so he could have killed us. The NightRaven has also been described as an ordinary raven, but if it landed on a house, someone would die shortly with terrible fever. Overall, the NightRaven was strongly associated with disease. When farmers sent their children out to collect birds' eggs, they had to be careful that they did not pick up the eggs of the NightRaven. Those eggs were considered deadly, but if the child was unsure, he could knock on the egg 3 times and say, "Out with the evil spirit." If the egg belonged to a NightRaven, it would turn black. The NightRaven not only infested the eggs, it also possessed birds, preferably carrion birds. According to some sources, the NightRaven was a spirit of an evil, greedy man who had not been buried properly. The greed manifested itself in the NightRaven's fondness for shiny objects. That is why he stole our key. Okay. And now the church groom, because that's where we're going next. Oh, nice heart you got there. Quackdrogrimmen. I'm sorry, I need to study Swedish again. Of all the creatures in Swedish folklore, the church groom was doubtlessly the most complex and certainly the most feared. Little is known of it since it was considered bad luck to even speak about it. The church groom's appearance varied, which could possibly be attributed to the nature of the church groom's origin. When a church was built in medieval times, an animal was sometimes buried alive under the floors, most commonly goats since they were comparatively cheap. There also have been stories of criminals being buried alive as punishment. In other versions, the criminal's heart was cut out and placed inside an animal carcass that was sacrificed. The heart was central in many myths surrounding the Grimm. Stories from the south of Sweden told that if you can touch a church groom's heart, you could stare into the eye of creation. The church groom guarded the church against thieves and grave robbers, but because of it, even honest folks avoided the church at night. Some stories say that if you were unlucky enough to be the last one to die during the year, you would serve the church groom the following year. There are also stories that suggest that church groom was not a guardian owl, but rather a sort of parasite that was drawn to the energy of the church, where it fed on people's hopes, dreams, and fears. A recent and controversial theory suggests that the church groom was closely related to a nameless Bronze Age deity. That is all there is to read. So we are at the end of our walk. The last place we go is the church. And I have to remember all the numbers for these guys. So the horse. I think you're at this. You're at 2. You're at 2. And you're at 3. Oh, I got it right! First try. Oh, how is that for creepy? Alright, now we need to walk around the church. Left. I'm doing the same patterns we did with the birds. Or not. Alright, which direction do I go? I'll try this again. Right. Right. Left. Right. Right. Left. Right. There we go! Oh gosh. Hello, Church Grim! And there's your heart. I'm just giving you a heart attack slowly. It did, I exploded your heart, dude! I'm about to run out of time too, so